Carl, thanks for letting us stop by.
Absolutely. Great to be with you.
It's always nice seeing you, and thank you so much for what you do with CrossNet.
Absolutely.
I'm here with Carl Edwards with CrossNet's ministry, and sharing some exciting news that took place. It just gave us a great tour of the facility. And we love supporting you as a team and giving back to my old community in New Holland, back in my New Holland days. Share with us how CrossNet started and where it's at right now.
Absolutely. Well, hello. Good to see all of you friends. Again, my name is Carl Edwards, Executive Director at CrossNet. CrossNet exists to offer help and hope in the name of Jesus by empowering people within Eastern Lancaster County. That's a lot, right? So we believe we have a twofold mission to first build safe, trusting relationships, but also build resources in individuals' lives to help them be sustainable. So CrossNet has been around for 37 years, focused on this community and coming alongside of families and individuals that would be considered low resources. How we live that out is through 4 focuses, or we call them pillars. We have youth programs, social services, food and nutrition programs, and community. So a lot of different programs under those 4 focuses, but that's how we meet needs in this area.
It's impressive what you've done, and some exciting news. You're going to be moving into your new digs over here.
Yes, we are very close to be moving into a new space right here in Franklin Street in New Holland. When I say we are rounding the corner, we are a few weeks away, and hopefully by the time you're watching this, we might be in the new space as well. It's been a long time coming. It's been a 3-year project from our capital campaign and raising dollars to the construction process, but we are excited, really excited to be adding space to alleviate some current pressures, but also be able to have some space for future ministry and future growth.
So it looks like you're going to be under one roof.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we are right now kind of broken out into a few different buildings, but all of the programs will be moving under one space. So all those programs you heard me talk about, youth programs, food and nutrition, community outreach, and social services. The goal is to have a hub here in Eastern Lancaster County for all of that to take place.
Well, share with us what is actually going to be in that building.
Absolutely.
You gave us a tour earlier. It was very, very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, shout out the general contractor.
Yeah, Tono Group.
Tono Group.
They're amazing.
They have done an unbelievable job, and their fingerprints are all over that building. Their design is beautiful. It really actually helped the curb appeal of the community.
It does, absolutely. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of dreaming, a lot of thought over the last couple of years. We were able to present Tono Group and Proto Construction under the same umbrella as a company with a wish list to be like, hey, here are the issues, here are what our needs are, here's everything that we want. And like you said, Craig, they beautifully laid out almost everything that was on our wish list to be able to put into their space. Again, we care deeply about our neighbors. We care deeply about the people that are going to walk through those doors. So we wanted our participants, our donors, our volunteers to have a wonderful experience when they walk through that space. So we thought through almost everything. So the space that we're moving into, we're adding an additional about 30,000 square feet to our footprint here on Franklin Street. That building is broken up into a larger youth center space. So a commercial kitchen, dining area, basketball court, some breakout rooms, a loft area for video games and relationship connecting. We also are going to have some offices and training facilities and conference room facility in there. There also are some offices specifically for shared space, or what we're calling allied space, so that, you know, some of the agencies that we partner with in Lancaster can utilize the space for our participants on this side of the county. So again, CrossNet is all about collaboration and working together. We also, in this space, are going to have a food and nutrition center. So CrossNet has some weekend meal solutions, some summer programs, but also we have a food pantry. And our food pantry is set up just like a mini grocery store. So that's called Client Choice Pantry. Our participants go shopping just like you or I would at a local grocery store that we shop at. So we were able to add a larger food and nutrition center for shopping. We also are able to put in a walk-in refrigerator and freezer.
It is a walk-in.
It is a walk-in, and we are thrilled about that space. And then lastly, we have a large donation center. So we are grateful for all of the generosity and the resources that come in to our organization from our neighbors, from partnering businesses, churches, and individuals. We're going to have one central spot to be able to receive those donations, sort those donations, and get them into the hands of our participants as they have needs.
What blows me away when you were taking the tour, I mean, this is a big building, and you have other buildings around. You said you have an 8-unit with housing.
Yes, we do. Yeah. So CrossNet has we own a few properties here in New Holland. So the buildings that we're talking about, but we also own an 8-unit apartment building here in the community. Half of those units would be for affordable housing. So individuals that work with us that are on a fixed income. And then the other half of those units would be for a program that we have called Pathways to Housing. This is a program that would be 18 to 24 months that a family would enter. But the goal is that by the time they graduate out of this program, they are able to afford fair market rent. So this is a family that would enter that has the ability to increase their income through getting a new job or job promotion, through going back to school, receiving some counseling, working on goals and checking those goals off. And it's been a pretty successful program as well. We also own a mobile home in the area as well for housing.
And then you talked about the children. So the children can be in this program from when they're born to they graduate high school.
That's exactly right. So CrossNet was founded specifically on working with students and youth, but we are now a whole encompassing. We joke around here and say birth to grave. So we do have youth programs for students, but really there's programs for any age or any person depending on what their needs are.
And your program this summer just ended that program.
Absolutely.
Share about, I think that was so
Absolutely. So one of the programs we have is called the Free Summer Lunch Program. So how we process and think through this program is think about a kiddo in your school district or any school district that would be on free and reduced meals. That student will receive free breakfast and free lunch at the school Monday through Friday. So we have some programs to kind of fill in those gaps. What happens to that child or that family over the weekend? So we have some weekend meal solutions, but we also have a larger program called our Free Summer Lunch Program that is to help fill in the gap during the summer months. So we just concluded that program last Thursday, which would be August the 14th, and about 12,000 lunches were given out to families in our community. I was telling Craig and your team just that speaks to the generosity of our community. That is many businesses and grocery stores and orchards and bakeries and you name it that gave generously to make sure that kids in our community were fed.
I think that's the most impressive part is how the community has really come behind you, well, the businesses and the individuals, the local churches in the area. Like, for example, you asked me what the budget was.
Absolutely,
How many thousands of kids?
Yeah, so we gave about 12,000 lunches out this summer. That would probably be around 500 or so kiddos.
And what was your budget?
About $2,000.
$2,000. So all that was donated.
All generosity. So you can think about cookies that are being donated, to juice boxes that are being given, to apples and oranges from local orchards, to meatballs for the meatball subs, to the ham that goes in the sandwiches, to the Uncrustable, whatever the items are. The community is very kind. And I agree with you. What I want our listeners and viewers to hear is CrossNet's the hub. This is a community that neighbors care about neighbors, and it's pretty special that we just get to be the conduit to make sure needs are met.
One of the fundraisers we've been involved with you throughout the years, when's that coming up?
Yeah, it's actually coming up in October. It's called October Match, where we have a $150,000 match. Thank you to you all for providing that for us. So every dollar that comes in during the month of October up to $150,000 is going to be matched. This has been our largest fundraiser over the last couple of years, and we are really, really excited about it.
Well, we've been really excited to be involved with that. Anything else you want to share about CrossNet we may have missed?
Hey, I just want to say thank you to all of you for your generosity and your partnership and your support. Hey, if you're ever looking for an opportunity to volunteer and get involved, don't hesitate to look us up on social media or go to our website, elencocross.org. We have volunteer opportunities for anyone in any season or phase of life, whether that's one time a year, twice a year, monthly, or weekly. We would love for you to consider CrossNet.
Please look into this fundraiser that's coming up in October. And if you're in the area, I'm sure you'd love to give them a tour.
I would love to show you the space.
Carl, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I greatly appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you, my friend.